Title 17 U.S. Code 512F provides penalties for the deliberate misrepresentation of copyright infringement. The owners and authors of this video, the common denominator, and the Paramystic Broadcast Channel are a nonprofit 501c3 exempt organization and believes in good faith that it constitutes educational fair use, as per Title 17 U.S.C. 107. Persons, agencies, attorneys, and or social media algorithms filing a false or frivolous Digital Millennium Copyright Act complaint may be subject to civil liability. Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Accordingly, viewer discretion is advised.
How's everybody doing this Tuesday?
Welcome back, folks. We have missed you. Hopefully you have missed us.
I have definitely missed y'all, and I'm just tired. This weekend flew by, and it has not been stormy here in Florida. It has been hot.
Well, I have successfully gone a whole week without actually getting into a tornado. Yay me!
Yes. I wasn't surprised.
Hello, Miss Ruth.
Hello, Miss Ruth. That stuff has just been following you around everywhere. In fact,
yeah,
all them that came through Texas and Oklahoma night before last or whenever this weekend, I was like, where's Sally at? She's got to be somewhere close to there, but luckily you weren't. So
the Nader Evader was broke down in Amarillo. We got her back up and running in 3.5 hours. Thank you, Freightliner in Amarillo, Texas. Anybody's ever out there and you need your truck worked on, that's the place to go. And they ain't paying me for the endorsement. I'm just telling you, I was in and out and I was back up rolling. They did a great job.
Well, that's always a good thing. Well, most of the time it's a good thing, depending on if you want to get back on the road or not.
I have been in Freightliners that I've been there 2, 3, 4, 5 days.
I can believe that. We got to order that part.
Got to order that part, but luckily they had all the parts I needed, and I needed like 5 of them.
That's also a surprise. So usually it's the simplest one that they don't have in. So.
Oh yeah, it's all the computerized crap that's on these trucks. Freightliners figured it out. They've got their parts ordered way ahead.
I started working at my friend at All American Carburetor, and she was lady was trying to order parts for us, and she was on the phone. She had to call back 3 or 4 times because every time she called, it was like a 2-hour wait on hold. And she said
Yep.
they're always messing up parts. So I don't know if it's that easy or if that's that hard for Freightliner or not, but
Well, if we could get parts across the board as fast as we're getting the illegals, migrants, then, we'd be doing great.
no kidding. Ruth said her dryer
Oh my
quit heating.
gosh. Oh my
Well,
gosh, Miss Ruth.
my washer quit a couple of weeks ago, and I had to buy a new one, so I know what you mean. So, but if you were down here right now, Ruth, you'd just be able to do it the old-fashioned way and put it out on the line. Because
Well, if I was up there, I'd just go fix it for her. I'm good at working on dryers and washers.
I don't want to have to take apart dryers and washers. That's what and they don't have the part. I'm guessing she meant
They
part.
don't have the part. Oh my gosh.
I used to have that American Home Shield, and I canceled them because it was like $40 a month. Well, that's $480 a year, and they charged $100 to just come out and look at anything. And I heard that's what they do. I started looking at the reviews of that or what they do, and that's what the reviews were with that. Is if you have something major go out, then they don't have the part. And I had a coworker a while back that had that, and he said he had been waiting on his part for his air conditioner for 5 months, and I knew what part it was out, and that's not a part that you run out of. Hey, Kimberly, we've been on and off for the last couple of weeks, or for the last couple of months, so with everything going on.
With all the bad weather, it's hard for me to find a place to get where I can not get blown away.
Yeah, man.
And Chad started his new job, so he's getting all settled into that.
Yeah, last week.
And life just kind of happens. It's nuts. You're right, Miss Ruth. It is nuts.
It is nuts. And
it's not like, it was back in the day where, these repair folks actually kept the parts they needed in stock. They just don't keep the parts in stock now to cut down on overhead. That's why they have to order everything.
A lot of it is now too is that all these people use such manufacturer specific parts now too, and I guess that comes with technology. Because one of the jobs I applied for, I was applying for an IT job at a AC warehouse, and they recommended since I worked in AC for so long, they recommended I went to applied for a different job as a technical advisor. And I've been out of AC work for about 15 years or for about 10 years now. And I guess now you can go up and newer ACs, you can go up there and connect to that AC with your Bluetooth, and it'll give you diagnostic codes like your car does.
Yep.
And
it's a crazy thing. This truck that I drive runs with 28 different computers.
I believe that. I was looking at
28.
I was looking for the fuse panel for my car, trying to see where the washer fluid pump fuse was, and there's probably about 15 different fuses for computers in that car. And then, I guess that's one thing. But then again, it shows me about how dumb people are too when it comes to some of that stuff, because I'm working at a carburetor shop, like I said, and that's kind of pre-computer. So most of those.
And I have a public service announcement. People, if your dash headlights are not coming on when you're turning those headlights on, you ain't got no tail lights. Change your fuse.
Well, that's also another thing, is most of the time that is on your switch on your dash. You can either turn it on to automatic lights, or you can just turn them off. and people just
But
turn
still,
them off.
if you don't have dash lights,
Yeah,
you
if
don't have any tail lights.
yeah, you don't have any tail lights. The show
It's
on
the same
Patrol
fuse on the same panel.
show on Patrol Live that I watch, they pull people over all the time because they don't have any tail lights, but they have headlights, and all they need to do is turn the dang switch over a notch, and they got tail lights again. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
you've got daylight running lights, but
Yeah, they got
you know
running
most
lights.
folks. But if you don't, your dash lights are not on. You don't have any tail lights. Please change your fuse. It's on the same panel. One fuse, 115-amp fuse. That's all it is.
I don't know how many times I've seen that happen here.
Yeah. It's very dangerous. Very, very dangerous.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's like people driving around with no headlights in the rain too. It's like, what are you thinking? Especially
And
the
what
ones
about
like,
these new colors that are coming out? Asphalt gray. Who the hell thought that was a good idea?
somebody that evidently didn't have to drive all the time around cars
Yeah.
like that.
Well, it's not just cars. It's pickup trucks, SUVs. They're coming out with this asphalt gray. That is about the ugliest damn color I ever seen in my life.
Maybe it's for cops. That way they can blend in. I don't know.
Yes, please like, share, follow, and subscribe. And if you just really love our show, give us a thumbs up or show us a little heart.
Exactly. Make sure you subscribe too. So, sorry everybody, I am a little worn out today. My brain's been, let's see what my little temperature gauges say for how it's been here the last. And then even the bad thing is I'm best friends with my boss. So I went over to his house this weekend, and he still made me work out in the heat all day.
Yeah, but he was working hard over the smoker, I know.
He was working hard over the smoker, which is another crazy thing. He went to go buy a chuck roast from a butcher. That was $10 a pound. He spent $100 on a chuck roast. And then just to show you how bad the economy is, according to working class people compared to people like Biden's administration and followers who say the economy's doing so good right now. Our buddy that kicked in $50 on the chuck roast, yeah, Don, that was my point, is you couldn't afford the brisket because the brisket was about $150.
Yeah.
So he pitched in $50 on the chuck roast, and he ended up having to work all Memorial Day weekend, so he didn't even get off work till 8 o'clock yesterday. So he wasn't even able to come out. So
if it was me, I'd have been beating the damn path straight to your boss's house, your friend's house. I'd have been getting my meat. That's just all there is to it. I pitched in that much.
He does bathroom remodeling, so he probably made a lot more than $100 or than that $50 staying at that job site finishing. So you know how that goes. Sometimes it's jobs well, like your job, for instance, you can't just stop in the middle and go do stuff. When I did AC work, it was the same way. You weren't leaving that house till that AC was running. So
oh, hell no. And if you said, hey, I got to leave to go get a part, you got the stink eye. It's like,
well, I'd have to leave to go get parts quite a bit. But the thing was, is they wanted to make sure you were coming back. So,
oh, yeah.
As long as you were coming back, they usually didn't care because, let's see, I'll pull up what our temperatures have been let's just look at the last week.
Well, I know it's been between 85 and 90 degrees here.
Well, this one is a little off because my temperature sensor is right in the sun. But this tells dew points and everything. But according to my temperature sensor, the high it's been 104.5, but that is right in the sun. But today
Are you
was
frying
probably,
eggs on the sidewalks yet?
yeah. So it's been, the highs have been close to 100 every day here all week for the last week.
Yep.
So it's been baking, and no rain either for us. Everybody's been stealing our rain too. So I know everybody's
That's
ready
okay.
for it.
We'll send it your way. We'll send it your way.
I'm sure y'all will.
We're getting plenty. Texas is flooded. If they're not
Yeah,
flooded, they're just flat.
in a couple months or in a month or so, it's going to be everybody begging for rain in Texas, and we're going to be begging
Yep.
for it to stop. So
Yeah. You'll be sitting there saying, "It's so hot. It's so hot."
I'll be sitting out here in the middle of a hurricane doing a show or something. So
You'll be doing, what's that old grouchy bugger from Jeff Dunham, Walter? But
Yeah.
it's a dry heat.
yeah, for Florida, it's been a dry heat. But is what I was going to say about those old cars.
Oh my gosh, 78 degrees, factory diversified. Wow,
That's pretty nice. Sounds like.
that's a nice temperature right there. That's just perfect. Not cold, not hot. Perfect.
It's pretty close to that now that the sun's going down here. Let's see.
And welcome to the show, Factor Diversified. First time I've seen you on air.
It's like he's watching from YouTube. So it's about
Yep.
85 here today, and there was a 52% chance of rain, but I didn't get nothing. So, but the sun's going down now too. So now all the mosquitoes are coming out again.
Yep, I got my solar shields up, kind of keeping me out of the sun. Got that deed off. So I hope everybody had a great Memorial Day and remembered that at 3:15 on Memorial Day, which is the last Monday of May, to actually stop and take some time and remember the people that have fought and done their due diligence to keep our freedoms and keep us free.
Very much so. Very much so.
And a lot of people don't know that, you know, in May of 1971, we had our first Memorial Day, which was the last Monday of the month, which was May 30th, 1971. That was when Memorial Day was actually created.
I didn't really know that until you told me before, but
Well, I listened to a lot of different, you know, shows, and I was curious about it, so I looked it up.
that's the best way to find out usually, most of the time. And I don't know what it
Yeah.
is about you, Sally, with Tuesdays, but as soon as I come on live with you, my internet starts messing up. So
That's my devastating beauty.
yes, you do look beautiful today. You look like you've been off work all day or
Thank you.
something.
I have. I'm at home. I'm actually rested.
Because usually you're at a
Not
rest, or
stressed.
usually you're at a rest stop, or a
Yep.
truck stop. So,
Well, rest stop, truck stop, DC, it don't matter. I'm parked somewhere. But today, I'm at home.
yeah, one of those tornadoes hit right across the street from a Walmart DC, didn't it?
Yeah, the one that hit Valley View. Yeah,
Valley View, Texas. Yeah. So it hit
glad
that
that truck stop. It's like
Yeah.
the road's here, the truck stop was here, and the DC's over here. And it just went right up over the top of it. Didn't touch it.
That's crazy. Oh,
I know,
man.
there's also the same exit I got rear-ended at in stop-and-go traffic. Thank you, Amazon Prime driver, who fled the scene.
No,
Shame.
another good reason for them dash cams, I say. So, not that if he rear-ended you, you could have seen it, but
Yeah. I was easing through traffic, wasn't paying no attention to anything but what was in front of me, and I went, boom. I'm like, I just got rear-ended.
The driving part is what I miss working, is what I enjoyed about working from home the most, was not having to drive to work every day. So, with the traffic, we got crazy drivers here in Florida. So,
Oh, we got some crazy drivers all over the United States. It's not just in Florida. It's not. They're just the low grannies down there. We got the speed demons in Texas.
I'd rather deal with the speed demons. And even day drive, because in the morning time and in the afternoon, it seems like you have the grannies trying to drive at the same time as all these people trying to get home from work and everything else.
They gotta go to bingo.
Well, you know what? They can get their foot on the gas and have a quicker response time to that green light to where I can get through it when I'm only 2 cars behind. So, or get off your damn phones. That's the main thing. It's either the grannies or the phone junkies.
The TikTokers.
Yeah.
The TikTokers making videos going down the road.
I was watching this one video with a TikToker, and she didn't evidently come out. She had a real pain in the ass, I'll put it that way. And I was trying to find the video, even though I don't know if it'd be suitable or not. But evidently, she went out on a girls' night out and went to a club. Yeah.
Oh my God, that is so cute. Oh, I love that. I have played bingo with those little gray-haired grannies, and yes, you can make them say dirty words when you say that one word.
I've got
no doubt.
Where I work at too, so
you get the stink eye. You got bingo cards flying at you. It's brutal. It's brutal. I used to go with my neighbor.
I'm sorry, Sally.
I used to go with my neighbors.
And she started cheating on her boyfriend with one of the rappers that was on stage. And evidently he wanted to go farther than she's been before. And him and one of his buddies rear-ended her. And she ended up having to call her boyfriend from the hospital trying to come pick her up, saying that pretty much she got rear-ended and had to go to the hospital. And then she wanted her boyfriend to come to the hospital and pick her up after he cheated on her with double impact.
That wouldn't be a good thing to do.
No, not that I would think so anyway.
Never pays to cheat. Never pays to cheat, folks.
I don't think so. But evidently that's something that maybe it's just because it's more TikTok-fied now, but evidently that's the thing that everybody does now. So
yeah, don't pay. And that's why I'm not in a relationship anymore.
No, I think it'll be a while before
there you go.
Exactly. So do
you have that video I sent you from Jesse Waters?
I do. I was going to say I wish I had more videos, but about the only one I've got tonight is one that Sally sent me.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting.
And I'm hoping.
Well, I'll have to have permission from your wife, and she'll have to be our chaperone.
Yeah.
Written permission from your wife is mandatory.
Oh man. Let's see if we can get it up here, right? I don't have my stuff set up like I normally have been, so here we go. Here is Jesse Waters and it is Jesse Waters leaked the whole secrets about Obama, which
Yeah, that was a pretty interesting video. I'd like to hear some comments from y'all about it.
All right, so here we go. It's not sharing. There we go.
The full transcript of Biden's former business partner, Devin Archer's, just been released. And it confirms everything that Joe Biden and the media have been lying to you about.
I've got bugs.
His keen gaze pierces the horizon, predicting stormy waters that could define Biden's tenure.
The full transcript of Biden's former business partner, Devin Archer's, just been released. And it confirms everything that Joe Biden and the media have been lying to you about. Archer testified, not only did Joe Biden know about his son's foreign business, but Vice President Joe Biden sat at elegant dinners that lasted hours with his son's foreign clients. Evan Archer, the man who Hunter Biden once called a Biden, just flipped on the first family. And it's bad. Archer, who's been in board meetings, Chinese dinners, the Biden family beach house, is saying that Joe Biden was on the phone with Hunter and his foreign business partners at least 20 times.
As the public listens,
Wow.
Waters' voice sparks fervent debates,
Yeah.
prompting discussions about the potential obstacles Biden may face.
Highly credible whistleblower is alleging that the Department of Justice has evidence that the President of the United States, Joe Biden, was directly involved in a scheme with a foreign national. We're being told that Justice has had in their possession a document, and he knew exactly who they were. According to
That
Archer,
sounds familiar.
Joe would enter the room and shake everybody's hand. They weren't going to him. Joe Biden was coming to them. One of these dinners, Archer says, was a birthday dinner at Cafe Milano in Georgetown in the spring of 2014. Now, we checked. Neither Joe, Hunter, or Archer have birthdays in the spring. So why was the vice president attending one of his son's dirty foreign clients' birthday dinners? Archer
Yeah, right.
says it was to sell the Biden brand. And Hunter described the Biden brand as gold. Here's how it worked.
But they need a better
President
poster
Barack
boy.
Obama would assign Joe Biden a country to handle. And when Biden was assigned to a country, a dirty company with a lot of problems in that country would hire Hunter Biden.
Within his fervent dialogue takes root a mosaic about
For
the
what?
uncertainties looming on Biden's path.
Showing Biden directly exchanged money for policy decisions when he was vice president. Again, a foreign national bribed Vice President Biden in exchange for policy decisions. This isn't just cracked out Hunter. This is a direct link to the President of the United States. Well, according to Archer, the guest list for the birthday dinner included Russian billionaires, friends of Putin, a Burisma executive,
Whoa,
and
really?
a Kazakhstani businessman. One of them was a billionaire. And here's a picture of Joe Biden from the birthday dinner. The guy on the right of the picture is a former Kazakhstani intel chief who was charged with treason and sent to prison for 18 years. I wonder what Biden talked to him about. Probably just the weather.
I'm sure.
And when dinner wrapped
That's what
up,
he
the
said
money
anyway.
came rolling in. Archer says after the birthday dinner, one of the Kazakhstanis wired Hunter $142,000. It was wired through
What
a
if he
bank
was from
that was later
Ukraine?
shut down for helping North Korea buy ballistic missiles. On the wiring instructions from the dirty bank, the reason for the wire, the Kazakhstani wrote this for car. Hunter took the $142,000 and wired it to a car dealership in Jersey, where he bought a brand new Porsche Panamera. See how this works? Hunter brings daddy to the dinner with clients and drives off in a Porsche. It's a birthday dinner, but Hunter gets the gift. And what father sees his son driving around in a brand new Porsche and doesn't ask, how'd you pay for it? But a bigger gift came later.
It's kind of like a
Russian billionaire,
no-brainer.
who was also at the birthday dinner with Joe, wired Hunter's company $3.5 million afterwards. And President
wonder if
Biden
that's
just
where Jim
happened
Biden
to have
come in.
left her off the sanctions list for the U.S. Guess who also had dinner with Joe Biden? An executive from Burisma. You know, the energy company that paid Hunter millions of bucks. A company under investigation for corruption. A company Joe Biden said he had nothing to do with.
The spotlight narrows on Waters, a sentinel of political dynamics. unafraid to raise cautionary flags.
because they needed something from Joe Biden. Hunter would have dinner with some crooked foreign kleptocrat, and in the middle of dinner, he'd say, "Hey, let's call my pop." He'd get his dad on the phone, put it on speaker, and Joe Biden would say hello to Hunter's business partners. And that was what
That
the
is about
business
as
partners
cheesy
were
as
paying
it
for.
gets.
That phone call. They
No
were paying
kidding.
Hunter because
Cheesy.
he could get Joe Biden on the phone like that. And everywhere Joe went, Hunter got paid. And Joe delivered. Devin Archer told House investigators today that the corrupt gas company Burisma only hired Hunter so his father Joe could get the prosecutor investigating them fired. Devin Archer testified
He
Hunter
admitted
was
to
with
that
the
one.
crooked CEO when he called D.C. to demand Joe
Yep.
Biden fire the prosecutor. 3 days later, Joe Biden flew to Ukraine and got the prosecutor fired. Bragged about it. This is what Democrats.
We have video of
I'll
that
pause it for a
somewhere.
minute and we can go back to it.
We have video of that shit somewhere. That ain't no
We
doubt.
have
He
video
sat
of
right
that
there and was
somewhere,
joking
and
about it.
yeah, he tried to say he was joking about it, and then they said is what they were really doing was the prosecutor was corrupt already, so they were trying to get him fired to get a corrupt prosecutor out of the office and stuff. And he admitted to doing that during Trump's impeachment. That's why I don't see
Yes.
how in the world he is not being prosecuted for any of this, because he admitted to it, because they were trying to say it was the same thing as Trump being on the phone
Well,
with somebody. They said it was quid pro quo.
you know, the interview that he did about his illegal documents, he's pulled an executive order classifying the deposition where it can't be released to the public.
Oh yeah, he made it classified where yep. He sure did. And
I smell a damn rat.
I've smelled the rat for the last since Biden, or well, not even Biden or Obama.
Since
That's
Obama,
where it really
they're
started.
crooked as all get out.
Bush was bad too. So if y'all see
Bush
me,
Jr. was bad.
if y'all see me swatting at something, I've got a yellow fly flying around me like a deer fly, and when they bite you like crazy. It's like 10
Aw,
times.
that's because you're so sweet.
Yeah, maybe it's because I'm salty now. So
Oh, it's summertime.
you hear me say something like "Gotcha, bastard." That's what I'm talking to.
Oh,
But yeah, and then
Chad, you
also
a trip.
what happened to hearing about that? That was something that all disappeared. And then, if that was Trump's son with Trump's kids, they wanted to drag them through the dirt for everything.
That ain't no shit. That ain't no shit. They be dragging them through that. I mean, they tried to sue Ivanka. They tried to sue Trump Jr., Don Jr. It's just,
I mean, yeah, they tried to pretty much sue everybody on that one. And then now Biden's kids, it's like, oh, but they're not the president, and Biden doesn't even talk to them. And then, well, what about this call and this text message and this call and stuff like that? And then also,
yep.
come on, use your heads a little bit. This call happens.
For something other than a hat rack.
That's like me calling up and calling the crack house and sitting there saying, hey, man, you mind if I stop by? And then leaving the crack house and then saying, oh, well, we had the phones tapped and stuff. And then being like, or, well, you say, I never said I was buying crack, but you get busted with the damn crack walking out of the damn crack house. So,
Well, now some cities do have those specialized crack houses where they can go in and they can do their drugs just to make sure they don't OD.
yeah. You know what? I was watching
Guess
some
what?
stuff.
Our funds pay for it.
I was watching some stuff from like 10 years ago, back whenever another epidemic was going on. and it was talking about people going to clubs and overdosing on ecstasy and stuff like that. And the
Which
club
was funded by the CIA, the Alphabet
the clubs
Kids.
actually had to pay for all that. The clubs had to pay to keep if you OD'd, and the clubs are the ones that got in trouble.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Apparently, StreamYard and them don't like Chad swatting flies. Because Chad is froze up. Oh my goodness. Maybe a little unfreeze. That is not a very attractive position. I guess now they're going to be banning fly swatters. Can't hurt a fly. Well, Chad, are you back with us, or did they cut our string? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's Chad. Where'd he go? I guess he's right. It has to be me on Tuesdays. Well, he may not. Who knows? It's Tuesday. Don Corleone, you did not screenshot Chad in that position. That was so bad. Oh my gosh. Leave it to Dave. Oh, mercy. So it's just one of those things out there, folks, that our government is corrupt as hell. And, you know, the world's taking notice of it. Nobody wants us around. Nobody's giving us diplomatic immunity. They know how corrupt our government is right now. And it's sad. It's really sad.
Yeah, depending what he's got going on, he'll either restart the computer and come back in, or just come back in. But yeah, of course, I screenshotted him.
Yep. Back from Diversified, you're right. It is sad indeed. You know, how did we let our country get to this point? Was it a great plan? Was it part of the Illuminati? Was it part of the Masons? It's bad that, you know, we fight so hard during the Civil War. You're right, Factor. We did. We got too comfortable and too complacent. We fell asleep at the wheel. We did not do our due diligence. And I will admit, I was part of that problem. But you know what? I'm fighting back now. I'm not being quiet.
I guess
And that's part of what we say here on Trucking. Oh, you're in so much trouble, dude. He screenshotted you with the...
No.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, that's what happens when you hit your computer.
If we have a ban on fly swatters now, it's all your fault.
Yeah, and I still missed the damn thing.
Oh, dude, you shouldn't have said that. You should have said, at least got it.
Because he's still after me. That's why I'm over here looking like I'm on crack or something like that. Because I'm over here. Anytime I feel something, I think there's a bug crawling on me, but it very well could be. So,
Well, you are in Florida.
yeah. So, not a big surprise.
But yeah,
so
you know, we got too complacent. Bring out the flamethrower. I can see that. They've had enough rain down there. There's not a burn ban. I don't think he wants it any hotter than what it is.
I don't want
I'm going to send you some citronella candles or something.
But I usually I've got some of that too, but them yellow flies don't seem to mind it. I got a whole jug of citronella stuff that keeps the mosquitoes away, but it doesn't keep them damn things
Go
away.
get you go get you some pine needles and some old cotton rags, and make you a smut pot, and the smoke will
Pine
keep them
needles?
away. Pine needles, sir. Yeah, I know you got pine needles around you.
I got pine needles all around me already, so.
Oh, in fact, them
My
says
internet's messing up.
the yellow flies gargle with that stuff. I can believe they do. I
Yeah.
really believe they do.
And the thing is
Oh, there he goes again.
a lot of them, like this one that's trying to get
I'm thinking it's a
me,
Tuesday thing.
they don't bite you on your arms and your legs.
Kimberly knows. She says eat some garlic and don't bathe in scented soaps.
I eat a lot of garlic, a whole lot of garlic. So my internet's really pissing me off tonight. So I'm not even playing any videos.
And that's bad. Normally it freezes up during the
It
videos,
must not like
and
it
now
tonight,
it's just
so.
freezing up while
I don't
Chad's
know, they
trying to
probably
kill
have
fly.
Let's see.
But we were talking about the alphabet kids.
I'm gonna try it.
You know what we were talking about earlier? It's getting close to that election time, and they don't like you talking about their underdog. Imagine that. Oh, and you know they have banned a lot of Trump's advertisements. Isn't that
I
amazing?
haven't seen that much.
Yep. They have banned a lot of his advertisements. Of course, he's getting all kinds of free publicity from his court hearings and his free rallies.
Yeah, and they don't know what to say about that. The media doesn't know what about that at all. They're going crazy about it because they're expecting these to be like. I saw his in the Bronx, his rally in the Bronx, and they were expecting that to be horrible. And they had everybody up there pushing him. And then they changed it and was like, well, most of these people aren't from the Bronx. And then they went out there and tried to interview some of them. And they're like, yeah, we're from the Bronx. We're from the Bronx. We're from the Bronx. And then it was like, well, he wouldn't be doing these if he wasn't stuck in New York City. And okay, where's Biden? I'm about to just give up for tonight on the show. So.
Oh, don't give up. That's what they want you to do. But you're right, Bankrum. Trump doesn't need to pay anything for publicity. He's in the news headlines every day on every news media outlet. They're trying to discourage people from voting for him, and all they're doing is pushing his popularity through the roof. I figured.
Well, this year Biden tried to, once again, I knew it was going to happen. I've been saying it ever since he somehow lost in 2020, you know. But they tried to push so many people into hating Trump, and then now they're suffering under Biden's economy. And you've got to be really dull to be thinking that Biden is doing better with his economy than Trump was, because all they can compare it to is when COVID started. And then I guess
Well,
the
and
other
not
4
only-
years they say was the other 4 years they say he was living, or the other 3 years they say he was living off the economy Obama created.
No, that's bullshit. I'm sorry, that's bullshit.
But you can't tell
You just
me
gotta call it.
you can't tell me inflation just jumped up like that. And then even Booty Judge was on there on I forget
Buttigieg,
the show that
not Booty Judge. Buttigieg. It's not Booty Judge. We'll get in trouble for
I
that
know.
one now.
well,
Don wants to know where we are on the national debt clock. I'm betting we're right up there at about $35 trillion right now.
I don't know.
Yeah.
if
No,
I'll look
back
anything
in
up, my internet's
January
gonna
we
go out again,
we-
so.
back in January we did it was 33 and some right at 34 trillion. We've passed 34 trillion. I'm betting we're going to be right up there at 35. So y'all keep an eye on, because
Yeah.
it won't be long before our economy collapses at the rate Bidenomics is working. Just saying,
Yeah.
it's coming. It's coming.
Yes, very. I'm gonna have to get off here because my internet will not hold up on this.
All right. Well, we ain't got but about 13 minutes left of the show. We can cut it here, and we'll see you next week, folks. Just remember, sometimes in life, you just gotta say, truck it. We'll see you next week.